Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this video. Now I'm excited today to show you Video Remix. This is a software that is different to other video players out there that you may have seen. I hadn't seen this before myself. I hadn't seen this done before, but it makes a lot of sense. Right now, there's a lot of companies that want to personalize their videos, not only offline businesses, but online marketers as well. If you can personalize everything, it stands out for people. It holds their attention, it grabs their attention, and it means that it becomes a lot more personal to their needs. And there's many ways that you can use this software that I show you today on this bonus page, how you can actually go ahead and do that to personalize someone's needs. Now, down below, you'll find all of the different bonuses and some more information about this software. What I recommend doing though is paying attention to what I'm going to show you, because there are some advantages and some disadvantages of using this software that are important to mention, and I'll be going through a full demonstration today of this software. So let's get started. This is a URL right here. This looks like a regular URL. Now what it has is it has a redirect link inside of it. So when I click on it, what it's going to do is it's going to show a code up the top. Now, as I play this video right here, I'm just going to mute the sound, and you'll be able to play this. I'll have this example down below. As I play this video, watch the video right now. What it's going to do is it's going to first of all say Sam. There we are. Sam is in the code. Next, what it's going to do is it's going to show my image. You can see that my image now is about to appear in the Google search on this video. Now, this is a really basic example of what you can do with the software, what the software can do. It can customize images, it can customize the name, it can customize the city that someone is, the temperature, the weather. All of that information can be customized within a video with this software when it's used. It can be done on any website, any page, WordPress, HTML, and the way it does it is it uses a really cool editor. And what that editor does is, instead of having a traditional embed code that it exports, and I'll show you how this works so you understand, it actually produces this link right here. It's a link that has all of the information inside of it and allows basically the browser to communicate with the video, sharing this information inside of the video. So let me show you how this software works and how you can set up a campaign. Now, first of all, we are in Video Remix. Now, a really cool thing that I need to mention about this software is the tutorial videos have been done really well. This isn't a software that you can pick up and start using right away. It's going to take a little bit of learning. It took me a bit of time to really understand what this software does, but the training is so detailed that it takes a bit of time, but you'll be able to get everything you need in order to start really doing this well. Now, after you've gone through the training, in which I highly recommend doing so you can learn all you can do with this software, because there's a lot you can do with this software, perfect for offline businesses, is going to create a new project. Now, you can create a project of a template, or you can or you can create a project that is a new project right from scratch. It does it in two steps. So I'm going to go through, and I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to start editing a project right now. So what we can see here is we've got a panel for editing here. This is where we add our video. We've also got an elements menu down below with different layers. These are layers like you would see in, say, for example, Camtasia. You can use those to control what people see on the video screen. So the first step is to go ahead over to YouTube or a video place like Vimeo, or it could be an MP4 video, and just grab a random video that you want to use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a random video. I'm just going to grab a random video of my own right here, something that looks a bit more personal. Let's grab this one, and let's add this into our software. So we're here. Cool. We paste in the URL, we click Get Media, and what it's going to do is it's going to grab the video, it's going to add it down here into My Media, and it's also going to add it in here. Now, this can also add or act as a video editor. You can actually have multiple clips added into the software. We drag it in, and then bang, it pops up with a wee tutorial. You've set the video of the topmost layer. All other elements will be hidden under. If this was not your intention, click and drag the hamburger icon to reorder the layer. So, if we wanted to, we could add more layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add another layer. To add another layer, we click the Create or plus button here, and we can see a layer has appeared above. From there, what we can do is we can go ahead and click on or adjust the video. We can first of all adjust whether the video is on, whether it has audio or not, the volume level, the clip title, and also the in and out. we can then go to elements. Now, elements is the next section to go to, and this is where everything is going to be personalized, basically. You're going to be able to personalize everything here. Now, in this case, I've got a personal video. If you were using a laptop style video like you saw in the example that I showed you before, you might want to add different customizations based on that. So we can first of all start by adding text. Now we can add different text as we want it, and we can just add regular text, all right, regular text into the video. So it could say video remix. We could have a start time and an end time for when this text is popping up. It could pop up right away. Or what we can do is we can personalize it. So we can say welcome to the video, and then we could have personalize. Now when we click on personalize, what it's going to do is it's going to give us a number of personalization options. So we could use someone's first name, we could use someone's last name, their geo country, their geo city, or we could customize some sort of message if the video is sent to an individual. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the most basic of examples, which is first name. Now what it's going to do is it's going to ask me whether I want to add a default, uppercase, or just plain. Now depending on how you're going to use your video and how you're going to get traffic to your video, this will be different. So say for example, I'm going to show you an example here of one of the ways that you might get this information. So someone goes here, this is the landing page that that's been created. I'm going to name myself Sam, and then I'm going to opt in. All right, I'm going to click opt in, and you can do this with the software. This was set up with the software. Get started here. I'm saying that I'm interested in SEO. Okay, so it's taking me to this video right here after I've entered in my information, and you can see right here I've got this code up here. So this is what the software created. It created a code from the opt-in, all right, from a connection it did with an autoresponder. It's connected with the autoresponder, and the autoresponder has passed this data. Now my name is going to show inside of this video. Here's me, Sam. So it can get data like that. It's going to also use, as you saw before, SEO. SEO is the keyword that I said that I was interested in. So it's shown me SEO. SEO is part of the opening screen, if you remember. So what this has done is it's basically grabbed the data and it's passed it onto the software from an autoresponder. In this case, it's GetResponse. So the software works in this first way, where you can use it with an opt-in. So you could customize it based on someone's data that they've given you on an opt-in or a survey form they've filled out. The second way that you can use this software is with, and you'd use this in your first name, is with the produce code, the embed code that you'll send out with an email. And that will take the information based on the information you have of that person that's in your subscriber list. I'll show you this a bit later on, that second one, because it's a little bit, it takes a little bit of time to really understand, but I'll show you how that works, so don't worry about it. We're going to click that, it'll say first name. So depending on which autoresponder we're using, it's going to say that person's first name inside of our video. Now we may want to shrink this down, which I do want to do. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down here, we're going to go and we'll place that text, we'll go advanced, and we're just going to change the font size a bit. So it's a bit of a smaller font. There we are, 8, perfect, maybe even less. We might even put 6 in there. You can customize every bit about this video that you want to. So welcome to the video, Tom, Jan, whatever your name is, it'll pop up if you click on this link. Now what we're going to do is we can add in pop-ups, we can add in images, we can add in personalized images like you saw in that video that I sent. So if you have that person's image information, you can actually personalize an image. Now you wouldn't send this out to your entire subscriber list unless you have images of everyone, and if you do, that's kind of creepy. You probably won't have images of everyone. What the software can do though is you can actually add personalized images. If you have that person's information, if you have that person's image or a group of people's images, you can actually load them into the software and have their image show up depending on who's actually watching your video. This would work great in places where you want to personalize something, say for a client. So say for example, if you're dealing with a corporate business, you want to go ahead and you want to attract that business and work with them. A great way of personalizing the experience to them is to first of all send out an email, personalized email, have them click on that email, come through, and then see that you've personalized their image, you've personalized their first name, and you could say, hey, I can do this for you, or I can help your company do this. That's going to be really impressive for a larger company, and they may be willing to pay you a good amount of money in order to do that for their business. It also separates you from the crowd. Okay, so we've done that, we've added our image. Now I'm going to remove this because I don't need this image. So in order to remove an image, you just click delete. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I can choose to loop it. I can choose to add lower thirds. I can choose to do a few other additional settings to really add to the video itself. Lower thirds are a good one. If you've got someone watching and you want to add another effect, you can click on one of these effects and you can then add it in here. Now obviously we would want to go ahead, we would want to customize a few of our elements and drag them around. So I would do that by clicking on here, dragging this over here. I've got that layer set up. I click on the layer and it's set up different layers for each of these different texts. Then I can personalize this text if I wanted to. So I could say, I could say where the person's from, for example. I could go over here. I could do text, I've got text already, I don't need to do that, let's just delete that. I could go here, I can then say, thanks for joining us from, and then I can put in personalize geo-country. So it's going to put in our geo-country. In this case, it'll show up for Russia for me because I'm joining from Russia. So the way it gets that data is it picks up the person's IP address. All right, so my IP is showing in Russia, so it would say thanks for joining us from Russia. If it's you, it might be thanks for joining us from the United States or the UK or New Zealand or Australia. It might say, hey, thank you for turning up from one of these countries. Also, you can add a link URL. You can actually link this so it's clickable inside of the video. So if you wanted to, for example, have a link in the video, click here, someone could click that. So I might put down here, click here to find out more. I'd obviously want to shrink down this a bit, but just for the sake of this example today, I can link this and I can say, hey, click here to find out more. I can put my URL, I can set the time when this is going to happen. I could say it's going to pop up after 10 seconds, and then what it's actually going to do is it's going to go ahead and become clickable. So if anyone clicks on this link, what it means is that they'll go through to my website, it's going to open it up in a new tab, and if they click, then that's what's going to happen. Really cool. So you can actually do clickable links with this software as well. Now, the other things you can do with it, you can loop the video. Obviously, that needs no explanation. That's if you want to continue playing the video over and over again. You can, I haven't figured out how to remove. Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. I was wondering why that message kept popping up. Now, okay, that's how you remove the image. You click on it down here if you don't want that support tab popping up. You can do text transparency. You can add transparent text like this, so it has a really cool intro coming out, and that can happen during any point of the video. All right, I'm doing these for certain parts of the video, but you can actually drag, if you see down here, these different elements to pop up at a particular stage. So if you want to add a particular effect to your video, then you can do it. When you dig into the software, and this is why I wanted to spend a lot of time in this demo video, there's actually so much you can do about it, and it's hard to understand everything you can do without going through the training because there is so much that you can do. It doesn't look like much when you actually go to the editing, but when you go through the elements, you start looking at how you can edit videos. It's a very well done software, and they've obviously spent a lot of time and a lot of thought has gone into making sure that this is how it is. So we can change that. We could say, we could change this image here, this image that's going across and showing me on the background. And one of the things we can also do is we can also preview it. So you can see right here, it's playing. I've got my video remix banner up top, and I don't want that going on for too long. I probably want it a bit shorter. It's then removed, and another one's come up. Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. It's removed, and you can see welcome to the video first name, and it's going over and repeating over and over again because I have a loop that needs to be set a lot longer. So I would set that loop longer, and then I would play it, and you can see here the video is playing. I've got text popping up. This fades away. This will fade away soon as the video is playing, and then we can have other effects popping in as we have right here. It's going to thank you for joining us from this country. Click here to get access. All of that's popping up throughout the video. So you're probably starting to think now how these different features of this can be used. With a bit of time and an idea about how you can use this in a video to really engage and personalize this video, this can be quite effective. And I really think this is a good opportunity for especially local businesses who maybe haven't seen this. This is a really professionally done software, done really well. Okay, enough about that. You now understand how the software works. You can see how the elements work. I've shown you that you can edit videos in, you can add multiple media, you can customize your videos as you want. This is where the magic happens. This is the most important part of the software. So if you've hung around to this stage, this is the most important part. Now the software automatically generates a thumbnail for your video. So if you have a reason to have a thumbnail, it's automatically generated through here. You can add a title and a description for the project. That's not what's necessarily important. What you want to do is you want to first of all click save your project, add a title to it, and then click save. Now what we're going to do is, now that our video is saved, we can then produce and share. We click on email campaign. All right, click on email campaign. Now what we get to do is we get to choose where this is going to be embedded. If we want a landing page done, we would choose Optimize Press 2.0 or something else. Wherever the video is embedded, we need to choose where it's embedded. If it's other, then we'll need to use this special code. If it's WordPress, we'll need to use a special code. Lead pages, I'm using Optimize Press 2.0 in this example. We've then got this code here. We copy this code right here. And it's got a wee guide here, and this is quite cool. It's got a wee get started tutorial, so if you get stuck, you can watch this. So basically, we're getting this embed code. This is our video player embed code, and it goes onto my Optimize Press 2.0. It's going to go and get added onto the page. Now we add in the link where this has been added. We add in that link. That's where my video has been added. We then click next. Now, if we want to send an email with this in it, the next thing we need to do is select our autoresponder provider. They have Aweber, they have MailChimp, Inspire, GetResponse, Infusionsoft, SendLane, Constant Contact, and Custom. Now the custom, it can be done as well. You can send this through Entreport or another one like this, and what you have here is you have your magic link that's been created. Now in this case, let's say for example I'm using Aweber. Now you saw the difference here, what changed. Aweber has a separate first name code to other software or systems that are out there. You can see they've got a different code that changes every time you click on one of these autoresponders. That's something to pay attention to. All right, you can actually create one of these links yourself, but the software does it for you. So we've done that. We've got our first name. We've got the customized things that in the video that are happening that are going to be added into this URL. We then click done. All right, click done. And now what we do is we've embedded our video into Optimize Press. We then can go and we can schedule in an email. And everyone who we send this email to, this will be customized for them. So this is the email right here. First name equals, exclamation mark, first name, and so on. That's our URL. So if anyone clicks on this URL, if they are in our Aweber list, really important, if they are in our Aweber list, this link is going to load, this URL is going to load, it's going to go ahead, it's going to load our video on the page that we've chosen for it to load on, and when we click and play this video, it's going to include our first name in it as long as our embed code is added in. Now in this case, I don't have the video editor, I haven't added it in, but you get how this would work. Basically, when we go here, we click on the video, it will go ahead and it will play that based on Aweber. There's one issue with this that you need to be aware of. If you don't collect someone's first name, if you're not collecting people's first names in Aweber, you will not be able to use this feature. You need to have a way of getting these people's names, and if you don't collect people's names in Aweber, you won't be able to get this feature. For my subscribers, for example, only about 1/3 of my subscribers have a first name, all right? So for me, what I would need to do is I would need to go through my sales and re-upload or re-add a lot of my names to the lists of my subscribers in order to really utilize this first name. The geo-targeting features will work fine, the images will work fine. The only big thing that you need to be aware of is that, and most companies do this anyway, they capture the first name and the last name, that you'll need to do that if you want to send out those emails. If you want to include this link, you need to have that information through those emails. The other thing that means that it doesn't really matter is that if you're using, as we saw before, if you're using an opt-in page like this, and there's tutorials on how to set this up, then you don't need that information, because as someone submits this data, it's going to be added into the video. So that's one way. If you're using this and you're just using an opt-in, then you've got this data here, it's added here, you've got your email, you've got your, in this case it was a keyword you want to rank for. You've got this, and as soon as they click on Get Started here, they're going to be redirected to that video, and it's going to grab all their data because it asks for the data it needs on this opt-in page. So that's just something to be aware of. All right, well, this has been going on for quite a while. There's a lot to go through in the software. Really cool piece of software. Minor disadvantage in the fact that, it's going to take a bit to learn. First of all, it's going to take a bit to learn how to use this. Will it be worth it once you've learned it? Yes. It's a very well done software, very well created. They have a bunch of different templates I haven't shown you yet either, which is available there. The other disadvantage is you need to collect people's names and their data in order to really enhance this and make it work for you. So you're going to need to be able to capture their data. That's something to be aware of. Other than that, I think this is a really cool software. You can utilize this in your business. You can utilize this for clients. It's going to offer a much more personalized experience and almost creepy personalized experience for people that land on your videos. So if you see the advantage in that, which is going to lead to probably better customers that feel more valued, customers that buy from you more often, then this is a software that will help you do that. Plus it has all these templates to do the effects that you saw in that first video that I played, so you can add in names and so on into these videos. So this is already personalized for companies. As you can see, you've got first name here, and you've got it all pre-recorded. They've done a number of templates to help you and guide you through creating the process from the start, which is cool. All right, so thank you for listening. I hope this has been useful and you've got what you wanted out of this video. And I look forward to talking with you again soon. Go down below, get all the details down there, and you'll be able to find out more about this software there as well. Thanks for listening. This is Sam Becker. I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.